Thank you for purchasing our laser four-wheel aligner. This demonstration CD-ROM should be used in conjunction with the operating manual supplied with the unit. The aligner has the capability of measuring the following angles on both cars and light commercial vehicles of varying wheel and tyre sizes. Centerline thrust line of the vehicle, front and rear toe, front and rear setback, steering wheel position and adjustment. The following angles can also be measured if the optional camber and caster gauge has been purchased: front and rear camber, caster and SAI. The system comprises the following items: the wall-mounted storage unit or docking station and integral charging unit, mains connecting lead with fitted plugs, mounting pack comprising wall fixings and screws, left and right hand laser measuring heads complete with integral hanger frames, left and right hand front, rear scales with hanger frames, 2 turning plate bases, 2 dished turning plates, steering wheel holder, lock, brake pedal depressor, a set of 6 rim button extensions for use with light commercial wheels having an offset centre, a set of 4 extensions enabling the laser unit hanger frames to be extended to accommodate larger diameter wheels and vehicles with low ground clearance, for example air dams and spoilers, a set of 2 extensions for the front rear scales, operation manual and spare parts list, and a wall chart showing vehicle tow settings. If you have purchased the optional camber caster kit, an electronic measuring unit will have been supplied, together with 2 magnetic graduated scales and 2 magnetic red pointers, plus a wheel alignment data manual and full operating instructions. Before using the system, the wall-mounted storage unit, docking station and integral charging unit should be installed using the screws and wall fixings supplied. Ideally, the unit should be sited adjacent to a suitable power outlet using the mains connecting lead supplied. It is advisable to allow the heads to charge for a while before using them. Ideally, the system should be used in conjunction with a wheel supporting lift or inspection pit, although measurements can be taken on a level surface area within the workshop. Prior to any measurements being undertaken, the steering and suspension components should be examined for excessive wear and the tyre condition and pressures checked. Before mounting any items of equipment to the wheels, any rim embellishers must be removed. Four-wheel alignment commences at the rear of the vehicle. Place the turning plate bases and discs under the rear wheels by rolling the vehicle into position. The vehicle brake is now applied using the pedal depressor. The target plates and hangers are then positioned on the front wheels and the steering wheel straightened to the dead ahead position. At this point, ascertain if the extensions are required to clear spoilers or allow larger diameter wheels to be accurately measured, and that rim button extensions are needed to accommodate deeply dished wheels such as light commercial rims. Adjust the laser measuring frames to suit the wheel size and place them in position on the left and right rear wheels with the toe scales facing rearwards. The rim buttons are then adjusted to make contact with an undamaged or deformed area on the wheel rim. The levelling bubble should then be adjusted by altering the position of the hanger frame and rechecked to ensure that all 3 rim buttons are maintaining rim contact. Switch on the laser units by depressing the button beneath the LED. Should a brighter laser be required, a second touch of the button will intensify the laser. a green indicator light will illuminate. Please note that the laser units are fitted with a battery saver timer and will automatically switch off after approximately 10 minutes. It is now possible to measure the centre thrust line of the vehicle. This is an important procedure as it can determine if the vehicle has a tendency to steer to the left or right whilst in motion. The readings obtained from the scales on the front wheels should be of equal value if the thrust line is correct. Any major deviation of both scales indicates that possibly the rear toe is out of adjustment, or if a fixed axle or subframe is employed, that their alignment is incorrect. The rear toe is read off the individual toe scales and calculated as follows. For example, the left side looking forward from the rear of the vehicle is reading 4 divisions on the toe scale in the red. The right side is reading 3 divisions in the yellow. Subtract the lesser value from the greater reading, leaving a result of 1 division in the red. The total rear toe reading is therefore 1 mm positive. However, due to the fact that the measuring heads are reversed on the rear wheels, the actual toe reading is 1 mm negative. Should both readings be the same colour, add them together to obtain the total toe and again reverse the reading. Check this with the data for the vehicle under test to ascertain if the reading obtained is within the permitted tolerance. It could be that the rear toe is out of alignment, thus causing thrust line deviation. If the rear toe is adjustable, corrective measures to either one or both wheels will correct both rear toe and thrust line. Note that on completion of any adjustment, both front scales should be of equal value and the total toe measurement meet the vehicle's specification. On a fixed axle configuration, the difference on each front scale should be noted, and when alignment of the front wheels is carried out, this difference should be applied in a diagonal direction, allowing all 4 wheels to travel in the same direction. On completion of the rear toe measurement, the camber can be measured if the optional gauge was purchased. Do not forget to lock up any adjusters before proceeding with further measurement. Setback can then be measured on the rear wheels. Setback does not interfere with the handling of the vehicle and can be an integral part of the vehicle's design. All measurements to the rear of the vehicle are now completed. Remove the scales from the front wheels. Remove the laser heads from the rear wheels. Roll the vehicle off the turning plates and bases. Position the turning plates and bases under the front wheels by rolling the vehicle onto them. Place the target scales on the rear wheels and hang the laser heads on the front wheels with the toe scales facing in a forward direction. No readjustment for wheel size should be required unless a low spoiler is encountered. Ensure that the laser heads are level and that the 3 rim buttons are making contact with the wheel correctly. Switch on the lasers. If power-assisted steering is fitted to the vehicle, the engine should be switched on during front-end measurement and adjustment. Turn the steering wheel until equal readings are obtained on the rear scales. Check that the steering position is correct. Should the steering wheel position be incorrect, note the original rear scale readings, then turn the steering wheel until it is level. Apply the steering wheel holder lock. Release the track rod end adjusters on both sides and adjust each track rod end until the original readings are obtained on the rear scales. This procedure allows straightening of the steering wheel without its removal. Removal of the steering wheel can be troublesome if airbags or special splines are fitted to the shaft. Read off the toe scale measurements using the same method as used for the rear of the vehicle. Actual readings taken are correct, as the gauges are now facing in a forward direction. For example, a reading of 4 mm in the red scale on the offside right and a reading of 3 mm on the near side left scale in the yellow would indicate a total toe reading of 1 mm in the red and therefore positive. Should both readings be the same colour, then these are added together, giving the total toe reading, positive being red and negative being yellow. Should adjustment be required, adjust each track rod end to the manufacturer's tolerance allowed, ensuring that equal values are indicated on the rear scales on completion. Recheck all readings and lock up the track rod ends. Having completed adjustment to the front wheels of the vehicle, the setback can be measured if required. Please note, if the camber caster gauge is to be used, that these measurements must be carried out prior to any adjustment to the toe and setback readings being undertaken. Remove all components from the vehicle and return them to the storage unit. Your wheel aligner has been factory calibrated prior to dispatch. We recommend that the calibration be checked on a regular basis by either returning the measuring heads to us by courier or alternatively contacting the service department to arrange a visit.